So now let's go with Wells Fargo case, agency problem. So it belongs to industry, banking and financial institution, BFI, banking and financial institution. The CEO at the time of the fraud was John G. Stump. Regulator was SEC, Securities Exchange Commission. Auditor KPMG. Employees, it has got an employee base of 0.25 million. It has accounts of 1.4 million and fraudulent accounts created for 3.5 million. So it is fourth largest bank in US, Wells Fargo. So Wells Fargo was incorporated by Henry Wells and William Fargo, who were earlier created American Express Bank. So the first bank was JP Morgan Chase, then Bank of America, and then comes Citi Bank. It has got somewhere around 1.9 trillion worth assets. So what has happened? The Wells Fargo has been merged with Norwest Corporation. So the Norwest Corporation CEO was Richard Kovsevich. So in Norwest, he has invented a particular selling strategy called cross-selling. So he was famous with this cross-selling. If you are owning one product of the bank, so all other products related to your bank will be offered to that client. Suppose if I have a salary account with one bank, so they'll drag me to personal loan, they'll drag me to housing loan, they will take me to vehicle loan, they'll offer me credit card, they'll offer me online banking services, they'll offer me demat account services. So like this, they'll put me into all other activities or the services provided by the bank. So this is called cross-selling. So why cross-selling? Because most of the banks' status or the credential is based upon the average client base. Means on an average, how many products is held by the customer will decide the position of the bank. So that's the reason the cross-selling is a common thing, but after crossing a particular limit, it has become a fraud. So this is about cross-selling. So he encouraged branch employees to sell at least 8 in an initiative known as Going for Great. So he said that great and 8 are rhyming words. So every client should be offered with 8 products, or they need to become 8 products clients to the bank. So with this intention, it started well. So whoever completes their targets, they used to get bonus, they used to get performance appraisals, and they used to get incentives, lucrative incentives. So they were happy with that. But with increase in pressure to get more and more, so ultimately the employees started, means out of their greed to get more incentives, they have started creating fake accounts on the name of the clients. Means the client doesn't know what is happening. Why? Because as everything is digitalized, only with one computer click these people can create lots of accounts. So they have created 1.5 million checking and savings account. So this is current account, a sort of current account. So 1.5 million and 0.5 million credit cards. So they doesn't know, the client doesn't know, but they used to have one credit card. As per the bank employees, they themselves created by giving fake identity, fake phone number, fake email ID, everything. And they used to do this by a process called pinning. Means the creation of these additional products was made possible in part through a process known as pinning, by setting the client's pin as 4 zeros. So whatever the information comes, only the employee knows the information, but the client doesn't know about the information what is happening. And at times some amount or a meager amount from their banks used to be withdrawn from these accounts. So this has happened for 14 years. 14 years. So right from 2002 till 2016. So in the year 2016, what has happened means, most of the regulators, they have sued the company with $185 million, including Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. So only for CFPB almost $100 million has been paid. So this made the people to turn around and look at what is happening with the Wells Fargo. So that is how it has been made, or it has been concentrated. So prior to this, in the year 2011, on Wall Street Journal, the article has come how much pressure that has been put on the employees. Why? Because every employee has to complete a target of 20 every day. So they have to make a client base of 20 per head. At times they have to forego their lunch and on to only complete their performance targets. So they have a lot of pressure, and the pressure was such that in order to cope up with that, one of the employee even consumed sanitizer. Okay, that was the peak of the pressure they have experienced. So with this, what has happened with the Wells Fargo? Yes, in the year 2016, after completion of this, in the year 2018, it has come up with certain steps saying that yes, we will take the responsibility of the sales practices that has been happened in the organization, and they have removed 5,300 employees. They have fired 5,300 employees from the organization from 2011 to 2016. And apart from this, the cost incurred was $6.1 million for customers' refund for inappropriate account creation, and $142 million for compensation due to class action settlement. Why? Because in order to make the clients not to sue them, so they have arbitraged externally or privately to the customers that tune to $142 million, and $480 million for class action lawsuit they have paid for the shareholders, and $750 million for all state attorney generals. So this is how much? Almost tuned to $3 billion loss to Wells Fargo, and most of the shareholders lost their wealth. And in this, our world known major shareholder Warren Buffett has lost $1.4 billion, almost half of the loss what Wells Fargo has experienced till now. So on customers front, so because of this fake created accounts which were non-operative, they made to lose their credibility, means their CIBIL score or whatever it is, that has been declined. The credit score of the customers were declined because of this fake accounts which they doesn't know at all. And employees, like a lot of intense pressure they have experienced, as we have already discussed, 20 products a day, frequent crying, severe panic attacks. Company's ethics hotline were met with either no reaction or result in termination. If somebody calls, this is the problem which we are going to experience, either there was no response or they used to terminate such an employee. Difficulty in gaining employment at other banks. Why? Because the fault has happened. Ultimately everyone see them as a culprit, so nobody wants to give employment to them. And those who have committed fraud, means all these 5,300 employees, whether they are committed or not, but they have been terminated, and for them a document called U5 document, which means a defamatory document, has been issued to the employees that indicates misunderstanding or misconduct or unethical behavior, so with which they will not get employment elsewhere. So this is how it has impacted all the stakeholders of this Wells Fargo case. So in order to revive, so what the Wells Fargo has done is, it made a clawback from CEO, means it has took out the earnings, almost $40 million of earnings has been taken from John G. Stump. Apart from that, in the year 2017, it tried to rebuild its image, and in the year 2018 it wants to create with a marketing strategy. This is Wells Fargo. So in the year on May 6, 2018, it re-established, okay, so reviving the organization. And in Jan 2019, it has come up with a marketing campaign. This is Wells Fargo. What has happened prior, the same thing is not going to happen in the coming future. So this is about Wells Fargo case.